You like some pit before, we got some more pit.
Oh, we got more?
Coming up.
Yes.
Because, you know what, Gerd? I'll give you an attempt here. Without looking at your notes, which of these players plays pit?
Oh, I know it's not Mrbozz because I had some research on Mrbozz.
I said don't look at your notes.
Well, I already looked at the notes later.
Look at their tags.
Well,
Look at his opponent's tag. It's KidSickarus.
Yeah.
Who do you think he plays?
Dark pit. Maybe. I don't know.
He plays the pits.
Okay.
You get the
So I wasn't wrong.
No.
I guess there is a slight difference, but, you know.
Listen, that was a raw set. And Tayo taking it in great fashion. And Tayo now going up, showing the pits that they can get some wins. KidSickarus trying to keep that theme going here. Mrbozz, on the other hand, Gerd, you did some research. You tell me who he plays.
We got Falcon and Meta Knight.
I think this matchup can be interesting. I'm curious to what character he picks. Do you know, perchance, what his pick percentage was per character?
I believe it was Falcon primarily over Meta Knight.
Okay. I feel like if you were going to start a secondary in this matchup, the Meta Knight has just a couple more legs. You've got the multi-jumps, you've got the disjoint that can test, and you've got a little bit more movement, smaller hitbox to dance around some of these arrows, etc. Whereas Falcon kind of gets caught fast falling, gets caught in some awkward situations where pit down air puts him on the platform and he has nowhere to go. Plus, he just doesn't have great tools to deal with orbitals. Even though he doesn't have a projectile to throw out, he doesn't have big hitboxes, and that wind box can shove him just far enough away there's nowhere to go but the blast zone.
Yep. Just quickly talking about the bracket right now, there hasn't been too many upsets. We did see App Reviewer beating Yobi, but it was a 2-1, so I'm curious how close that was. Most of the other advancements in brackets have been slight DQs, but not as much as Wave A. So
yeah, unfortunate player, Minty Flesh not able to make it back after being here yesterday. On the other side, though, KidSickarus not showing us Palutena's chosen at all, but instead deciding it's time to eat some noodles, maybe getting a little bit hungry here. Shout out to BrookLAN for their other tournament series, right? Or sorry, for 12G for their other tournament series they run on other than these at BrookLAN with Mecha Noodle or Old Noodle Bar. But KidSickarus playing some tribute here as he gets put in the blast zone early because that Falcon edgeguard was immaculate.
Okay, I gotta ask now, were you tricking me to thinking that KidSickarus would play pit?
KidSickarus did play pit at one point in time.
Just now plays Min-Min.
I'm gonna be real with you, Gerd. I did not know he played Min-Min now.
I will admit, I like casting Min-Min because we have a Min-Min in our region. Shout out Corey. Shout out Corey. And Lido. And Lido sometimes.
Yeah. Shout out to Corey Exiled and Lido.
Yeah.
The homies.
Okay, but an early lead for Mrbozz, obviously holding 3 stock to 2. But Min-Min has just been getting run down on with the Captain Falcon. Just constant pressure at the ledge and a nair. I don't know if that was bad DI, but just dies on it.
Yeah, well, it shows also the positioning, right? Min-Min doesn't have the chance, and this is something we're starting to see now from KidSickarus. We saw a lot of the Dragon Arm into Ram come out early. It wasn't working, so switch the order around, and that's going to be the opportunity. I like this Megawatt. Even though it comes out slower, it sends you so far. The knockback is absurd, and so the amount of space it creates can just make Falcon explode if he gets hit. Here in the kill percent, right, the Min-Min flowchart is online, but it feels like when you... it feels like when KidSickarus can get the flowchart, Gerd, we've seen the stocks, we've seen the hits, we've seen the advantage states. But it's how do you get into that flowchart? Because Mrbozz has been so good through movement alone about disrupting it, and then it feels like KidSickarus in the scramble just doesn't have the Min-Min scrapping down quite yet. Yeah, and you have to deal with the disadvantage. Min-Min doesn't really have a really good tool to get off me other than going for an air dodge, so you're pretty much just using universal mechanics. And it's up to KidSickarus to just make sure you're avoiding all those situations too. It's like if you have Ram or Megawatt, those nairs can do a good job. The weak hit knee is going to be it with no jump. Unfortunate first game. Are we going to see the stick with the Min-Min in game 2 or not? We'll see. However, Gerd, I mean, listen. That game 1, I think what we need more than anything else, see a little bit more usage of neutral air from Ram, from just anything, really, just neutral air in general as a coverage option in disadvantage from KidSickarus. Also maybe a little bit more up smash, right? There's a lot of early down tilts that got punished trying to drop landings. Instead, if you just hold your ground, you can use that up smash, right? It's a Diet Fox up smash, sure. Still an up smash that covers above you, works as an anti-air, and then get off me tool. Also up tilt as well to do the same thing a little bit faster. Min-Min does have those tools against jump in. They might not be the strongest always, but they do exist, and you have to rely on them against a character or like Falcon, when the player, or in Mrbozz's case, just keeps jumping into you with reckless abandon.
Yeah, we are going to be staying the same characters. It is going to be a switch up to Town and City. I do want to mention that KidSickarus is going to be keeping with the Min. You just have to make sure you're not getting pushed at the ledge. I think all 3 stocks were all dealt with stocks at the platform, off the ledge, on the sides.
You saw there, right? Got Mrbozz in the corner, but just didn't quite commit soon enough. And that slight anxiety down till F smash. There's the nairs coming out. Gerd, everything we talked about. We're seeing frame 1 on the adjustments are starting to come in. And this scrappy CQC Min has already racked up 73%. Still has the megawatt to control space, but without them at ledge, I mean, you're still a hit or 2 away from taking the stock right now.
Yeah, the damage trades are just going in favor of KidSickarus. You're at 69 to 100%. You're not really getting forced off stage. Got to watch out for those nairs. That's exactly where Mrbozz wants you to be, but getting back on stage, but immediately more pressure with the jabs.
A DI out up there normally would be correct, but because the platform's coming in, if you know, you can actually DI that down slightly, get the tech on platform as it's swinging by. Unfortunately, KidSickarus is just not able to adapt fast enough to the moment, and so going to lose the stock for the trouble. I like the ledge trap attempt there, but a full commitment with an edge guard would have sealed it out, forced a checkmate. It's just so terrifying with Min, right? To like fully commit yourself off stage like that.
Oh, Mrbozz had to play the mini game with Min at the ledge, able to get back on. 42% already on. You'll take that extra credit. Obviously, you're going to be losing the stock, but you're still in a great position.
Yeah, but you can't mash on Min's shield like that. People forget that if you swing with an aerial above her, all of a sudden, she just does have that up smash that will blow you up, will take it away, and is a reflector to boot. Racks on just so much damage. Now gets a grab, the arm power up. That's a lot of damage. Gets you off stage. This could be a stock right here. Mrbozz isn't careful, but KidSickarus trying to hold stage position rather than try and snipe that stock away. Min is not someone who can back off and reset that to neutral against a character this fast. With like this. And as a result, you see already, right, that one choice means that now you're in a scramble at the ledge.
Okay, let's see. We're still seeing the Ram being used, but we're seeing the down throw on Mrbozz just trying to push KidSickarus off the stage. We've been seeing pretty much every kill in this entire set go that way. Nice grab, extended grab. We're going to see the Dragon Head enhanced here, trying to put the pressure on, especially with the megawatt off too.
Yep. Let's see if Min misses attack. Remember, this goes away, or you get grabbed just like that. Command grabs do count, so already offline. That Dragon Arm just not doing very much at all. Mrbozz recognizing the counterplay, now taking ledge control, but it's a slight DI drift. The patience from KidSickarus to find a way back onto stage in theory, but it's going to be Falcon with the knee of justice closing this out, showing you that, hey, Min, remember who ate the most ramen in the trailer? It was me, buddy. It was me.
Yeah, that was raw knee looking like it was melee right now. Let's see if KidSickarus is able to respond. Trying to go for the Dragon Head laser. Not going to work out at the ledge. Megawatt still not able to do it. Even on the neutral air, Megawatt still very close to getting the KO. The risky grab, that could get punished. No downer connection at the platform for Mrbozz just yet.
I like that neutral air with the megawatt, slower, partoon a lot of shield stun, right? Baits out the jump, and you get the up smash for the trouble, close out the stock. KidSickarus getting very creative to close these out. But ultimately, it just feels like this creativity, while exciting to see, is being done out of necessity because Min's actual kit isn't finding what it needs to here. So, you have to scramble and scrap to find every ounce you can out of these awkward scenarios and find a way to just piece it all together. KidSickarus has done an incredible job, but to close out the set, if you can close out this game, in game 3, you're going to have to find a way to get more off these arms proper.
Yeah, KidSickarus just has to watch out for the spacing right now. You got to watch out for that advancement, that 45-degree angle that Mrbozz has been going for, just trying to get into Min's airspace. Hasn't just been working out, but it looks like KidSickarus trying to keep the distance. And the up special forcing Mrbozz off stage.
I like that idea to try and catch the get up, but the timings have just been slightly off. However, Dragon Arm going to force you to ledge. I almost want to see Ram here because remember, without the jump, you can just kind of nick Falcon too far away. As good as Megawatt is at controlling these, closing out these stocks, Ram just controls so much space that Falcon wants to occupy. Like, it covers that jump, that initial jump there, and right now with Megawatt online, you just don't have a tool to do so.
Yeah, I don't even think a raw neutral air Megawatt would be able to pick up a KO. Oh, look at Mrbozz just trying to hunt for these nairs at the platform. Down air, not going to work out, but the jabs covering the spot dodge on the platform. Mrbozz trying to get another situation at the platform. One more stock needs to take in order for you to advance into this winner's side bracket.
And just a Falcon kick, gonna do it. Blazing in, blazing out, and that's gonna be it. You saw the pop-off, not in victory, but in frustration from KidSickarus. Not happy at all with how that one went. And Gert, coming up next, we have got a matchup we have seen in New England. one we know Apple Reviewer is familiar with, but so too is Duquesne because these two have played here in the swamps of Jersey. It's going to be perhaps the Mii brawler versus Princess Peach, as it's going to be Apple Reviewer and Duquesne, two of the up-and-comers in Jersey. But the questions are going to be, what stages are we going to see?